Hello, you're welcome. We continue with our series of solving exponential equations. In this set of problems, we have two equations to solve here. 9 raised to the power x minus 10 times 3 raised to the power x plus 9 equals 0. And 4 raised to the power x plus 1 minus 9 times 2 raised to the power x plus 2 equals 0. So let's begin with the first one, which is 9 raised to the power x minus 10 times 3 raised to the power x plus 9 equals 0. Now you see this equation is not like the other ones that we could easily equate the powers. But there is something common here. We have 3 raised to the power x and 9 raised to the power x. We can write 9 raised to the power x in terms of 3 raised to the power x as 3 squared. Okay, 9 is 3 squared raised to the power x minus 10 times 3 raised to the power x plus 9 equals 0, which you can rewrite as 3 raised to the power x squared minus 10 times 3 raised to the power x plus 9 equals 0. In case you are wondering, we're using this property x raised to the power m raised to the power n is the same as x raised to the power m times n. Okay, and if we interchange m and n here, x raised to the power n times m, it remains the same. It doesn't change anything. So here we have something common here, 3 raised to the power x, 3 raised to the power x. So we can say let u equals 3 raised to the power x. So this will imply that we have u squared minus 10 times u plus 9 equals 0. This is a quadratic equation in u that we can easily solve by factorization. Please, if you don't know how to solve quadratic equations by factorization, let me know in the comments section. So this one is easily factorizable, and the factors are u minus 1 and u minus 9. This is equal to 0. So we'll have that u minus 1 equals 0, and so u equals 1, or u minus 9 equals 0, so u equals 9. So we have two values of u, which are the roots of this quadratic equation, u squared minus 10u plus 9 equals 0. But initially we set out to look for x. So what do? We have that, but we said u equals 3 to the power x. Okay, so if u equals 1, this will imply 3 raised to the power x equals 1. Okay, which is the same as 3 raised to the power 0. Okay, so we have that 3 raised to the power x equals 3 raised to the power 0. Any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So this implies here that x is equal to 0. Secondly, if u equals 9, this will imply that 3 raised to the power x equals 9. But we know that 9 is equal to what? 3 squared. So we have that 3 raised to the power x equals 3 squared. Since the bases are the same, we equate the power. So x equals 2. Okay, let me know in the comments section if you found that easy. Let's move to the second one now. The second question says 4 to the power x plus 1 minus 9 times 2 to the power x plus 2 is equal to 0. Again, there is no direct way of solving this, but we can simplify it and use substitution as we did in the previous one. So we said 4 is the same as 2 squared, or before that, let me write this as 4 times 4 to the power x. Actually, this is 4 to the power 1 times 4 to the power x minus 9 times 2 to the power x plus 2 equals 0. I'm using the property that says that x raised to the power m times x raised to the power n is the same as x raised to the power m plus n. Okay, so that's what we've used to transform this here. So we have that 4 times, we can write 4 as 2 squared, so this will be 2 squared raised to the power x minus 9 times 2 to the power x plus 2 equals 0, which we can write just as before as 4 times 2 to the power x squared minus 9 times 2 to the power x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we can say let u equals 2 to the power x, and so we have that 4u squared minus 9u plus 2 equals 0. This is again another quadratic equation which we can solve by factorization, and the factors will be 4u minus 1 and u minus 2, and this will be equal to 0. So we have that 4u minus 1 is equal to 0. We add 1 on both sides to have 4u equals 1. We divide both sides by 4, and so u is equal to 1/4, or u minus 2 equals 0. We add 2 on both sides to have u equals 2. Again, we have the two values of u, but we initially set out to look for x. So we say if u equals 1/4, this implies that 2 to the power x is equal to 1/4. 1/4 is the same as 4 raised to the power minus 1. Remember this property of indices, it says 1 over x raised to the power n is the same as x raised to the power minus n. Okay, and this is the same as 2 squared to the power minus 1. This is the same as 2 raised to the power minus 1. So we have that 2 raised to the power x equals 2 raised to the power minus 2, equals 2 to the power minus 2. The bases are the same, and so we can equate the powers. So x is equal to minus 2. So I've gotten the first value of x. If u equals 2, it implies that 2 raised to the power x is equal to 2. 2 raised to the power x is equals 2 raised to the power 1. The bases are the same. 2 raised to the power 1 is the same as 2. So the bases are the same. We can equate the powers. So x is equal to 1. So we have the two values of x as 1 and x equals negative 2. Okay, let me know if you enjoyed this in the comment section, and if you found the video useful, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Press the notification bell so that when we post more videos you'll be notified instantly. Also, kindly share to your friends and family. Thank you.